I already turned it on. Hi guys.
Um,
Hello. Happy Friday and Friday night. I mean, yesterday we didn't do our live stream because Alvin was on a flight. And happy belated birthday, Alvin. Again.
these things.
How
Yeah.
how was your birthday?
Um, it's very well. Very good. Like celebrate my birthday alone. It's my first time. Yeah.
Oh wow. Did you do anything like special for yourself?
I just enjoy my daily routine.
Oh,
I
I
tell
see, I
them.
see.
Yeah.
But I think the stock market or the overall market was going very well for the last several days. At least like
Mm.
for the stocks that we always talk about, right? We can quickly take a look. Basically, okay. Let
Yes.
me.
Market also give me the best birthday gift.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we were always talking about uh I guess like mainly we talk about micro. I think micro was going well. Yesterday we even see it finally first time surpassed like 1150. And then
Yeah.
today, I mean today I think the US market is closed. So there shouldn't be so much volume, but it still dipped to like 11, 16, 15. Uh Another thing, oh, SpaceX, though it had a small rally several days ago, right? Up to like
Yes.
230. That was like I guess the second official trading day for SpaceX, and now it's just like continuously bleeding. I think now we are seeing it consolidate a little bit. Mm,
Yeah. Nearly 2.5 trillion. Um, I think yeah, it's very crazy. Way beyond
yeah,
many people's expectation.
I agree. I mean, I also see there's a lot of like crazy option costs for SpaceX rally, but I right now I think
Oh.
SpaceX get a lot of like capital flow, but I don't see the acceleration yet for the
Hmm.
price to like decrease or increase. So it just like kind of slowly grinding to the ground. On the other side, the FOMC meeting, formal meeting, like happened on Wednesday. Sync wash didn't hit much, but people are taking it more. I don't think he is dovish enough, so that like people were saying, oh, because he didn't say much about like the interest rate, so the market kind of rally in the beginning, but then essentially dump by the end of the day for after the wash meeting.
Yes. I think for stock market, we can feel a lot of bearish sentiment toward the result of FOMC, but crypto market is
Mm.
yeah.
He also was saying like he will do some inflation control. No?
Um, I remember the result is like many high percentage of the official like from
Yeah,
SEC,
because
like two-third
I
of
mean,
two-third of the um staff like um is hawkish.
mm, yeah, I'm just asking AI. So basically, AI is also saying like the June 2026, which just happened like 2 days ago, right? The broader
Mm.
community shifted its rate projections upward despite holding rates steady. So I think like people were saying it's a little bit more hawkish than dovish. And
Right,
then
it's right on
mm,
um it's right the day of my birthday, so it's very difficult to not be an eye on the news when I eat my dinner.
mm. And then he says that like a reform minded, arguably less hawkish approach than his colleague. But you guys need to remember like the Walsh replaced a member who was super dovish. So essentially, the outcome of all the federal decisions will still be voted by the overall committee. So it kind of does not change the structure of the committee at all. Like even though Walsh will be the main like speaker to talk about the decisions, but it's still the overall committee making the decisions, and we need to keep that in mind. But I guess I will just stay cautionary. The what's more interesting is like the recently Trump and Iran already signed the MOU, the memorandum of the understanding for, I guess, the initial ceasefire terms. But then they are just like going back and forth of like whether they want to negotiate, not negotiate, whether they want to continue the discussion or not. Like it's, I think it's still a shit show on the timeline.
Yes. So we can see the CRV index drop a lot since 1 month ago.
Oh, the CRB index. Let's take a look at it.
Yes. From a 20% drop at least. Let me check.
Oh wow, yeah. It is. It is right now from 5
12%.
the yeah, 515 to 461. 60, that's a 12% drop. Yes.
Gold and silver, yeah, drop a lot since the
Mhm.
ceasefire news happening
Yeah.
like weeks
To be
ago.
honest, I don't, I guess like it's hard to rely on whether we can trust this ceasefire or not. But at least like one thing is very clear is the commodity market is super manipulated, right? No matter like what the news are,
Yes.
like initially the oil price were reacting to the news, but then afterwards it doesn't anymore until recently when the memorandum was signed. Then we kind of see a rally in the market, and then we see the oil price continue to drop. But I guess like the oil price, if I have to be frank, right, it was also like it's always changing based on only like what Trump is saying. Like the only significant time when the oil price changed based on what Iran was saying was one time. Or Iran says, "Oh, we don't have that ceasefire," but that's only one time. Majority of the time, the oil price just like follow where I guess the U.S. government wants it to go.
Yes.
I think I'm being very fair on this, like saying this, because you can just track the historical data and like whatever Trump is saying or the U.S. government is saying. This is a more objective observation, not judging or anything. And I think like as if you are a trader on this market, you should just like digest this information and make decisions on top of this observation. And
Yeah,
on the
it's quite difficult actually.
as I said on the live stream, and I told everyone, that was like a month ago, 2 months ago, I stopped trading commodity, right? Because I realized like we don't have the information needed to trade commodity.
Yeah.
Like as a retail user, people can just like change overnight. On the other side, I think it's very worth to talk about the upcoming earnings report for micro technology.
Only 5 days left.
Yeah. I mean, I think we kind of already are seeing like MU rallying a lot during the last several days. And the general
Like the
sentiment
top 3 memory related stocks all like to the all-time high last week. Yeah. Including
correct.
like Micron, Hynix and SanDisk.
Oh,
And even
Intel
Samsung.
also.
Yeah.
Look at
Yeah,
Intel.
Intel.
Intel also
Yeah.
made all-time high yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually I always follow the performance of semiconductor index, and this one is performing very well. That's nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Now people are talking about the like they're concerned. They're actually concerned about, I guess, like first of all, most of the rating systems as well as the financial institutions, they increase their target price for MU significantly. Majority, I think they increased it to 1,500 or 1,600 during the last several
Yeah.
days.
Yes.
And
I also saw that.
and to be honest, I think most of those institutions probably already have heard some information about the upcoming earnings report. Otherwise, they wouldn't adjust that rating, right? On the other side, I think like the pricing rally recently also preludes to the fact that they're gonna beat the earnings report significantly. On the other side, yesterday there was another news. I think MU MicroStrategy, micro technology, they also just hired the ex-CEO of SK hynix to be their like head of information or whatever.
Wow.
Did you see that news?
Not yet, not yet. But it's very
Hires
big.
SK hynix. Yeah, I saw it on my timeline. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. I think this is
That's
like big. This is bullish news for both MU and it's Intel, not MU.
yes.
This one.
Also big actually.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it's as big as the capacity joint S30.
Look, so
Mm. Oh,
Intel
Intel
just
Foundry.
appointed.
Yes.
Yeah, they just appointed former SK hynix CEO
Mm.
Lee as executive EVP of Intel Foundry. So I think like one information I derived from this is like literally like the U.S. government are working very closely with the Korea government, or at least the Korea conglomerates, to develop all the chips and the
Mm.
storage industry, right? And then this, as I said before, right, the reason why um, mm, the reason why like orange ring, what's his English name? Oh my god.
Jensen. Jensen.
Yeah. The reason why he went to Korea is more like a PR gesture, right? And then we gonna see more and more of those kind of like partnerships
Yes.
announcement coming up in the
It's
next years. Yeah.
yeah, it's very clear. It's way more like a political partnership rather than pure business cooperation.
Mm-mm. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I saw like a very funny tweet, but I think it's very accurate. Like, okay, the reason why, uh, I guess like SK hynix or Samsung, the increase in the stock prices cannot surpass Intel is because the last name of Intel is United States. Which is true. Okay. And we're gonna continue to see all the AI companies, they will give out their equities directly to the US government. And then all those AI companies, including like, I think that the biggest three IPO that we're going to see either this year or early next year, we already saw as a SpaceX. Then the upcoming one will be Anthropic. And after that will be OpenAI. And then all of that will absorb so much liquidity from the market. And then on the other side, because US government is taking a stake, whether on the surface level or not on the paper, the ownership in those companies also increase the credibility of US dollar.
Mm. Yes,
Because
sure.
it kind of, you can treat them as the collateral of the US dollar. Before, US dollar was like pegged to petrol, which is the oil, but now they find a new narrative. Like they are pegging US dollar to AI computing, they are pegging US dollar to storage, pegging US dollar to the AI models. So in whatever way, the US government have all the reasons to continue to pump the storage market as well
Mm.
as the AI market, because
Mm.
that's just like on the other side strengthening the US dollar and then
Mm.
creating more and more demand for US dollar.
Oh, yeah, very makes sense a lot.
Yes. So I guess like this is just my observation. You guys can like have a different opinion. Um and this is why like I think I
Yes.
don't know. I mean, I'm not a guy, right? So I cannot tell you when is a perfect time to enter those stocks. But the only thing me and Alvin we can do is we can tell you when we are buying those stocks and when we are selling. And you shouldn't use it as a device. It's more like, okay, because I cannot tell you or when it gonna go up or go down. I'm just telling you when I'm betting on it and when I'm exiting the position, and you make your decision on your own. But I will explain it to you clearly why I am bullish on those specific markets.
The actually market did retrace several times this year, but there are not much time for people to bid it, like only 2 or 3 days time frame. So
Yeah.
be
Because
sure to keep
Mhm.
an eye on all the market movement, so we can um be very brave to catch the knife.
Correct. The reality is like if a stock want to continue to go up, they wouldn't give you the chance to buy. It's only when
Always
the
have a
stock
chance.
it's only when the stock wanna allure you to take a position, then they will make it as if you're entering at a very good position. But for the actual stock who are actually going to increase a lot, you when you buy it, right, you will always feel like, oh, am I buying at the highest position? But reality, you're not, because this is just how market makers or whoever is like have the upper hand of the market. They want to make the retail users feel the complete opposite. So you need to kind of overcome your understanding of the market or your temporary feeling of that. and
Hmm.
and think about it, right? We start, at least me, I remember vividly the night I pinged you, Alvin. I said, okay, I think it was like just a week ago when SK Hynix was like 1250. Do
Yes,
you
yes,
remember that?
I
Right?
remember it.
And
Yes,
I have the chart history, right? It was here, and I told Alvin, I was like, okay, I think this is a good opportunity. Let's get in. And then the
yeah,
next day, when we live stream, we already saw like such a huge pump,
yeah.
right? And then I continue, and then I remember, and actually, okay, and then I sold around like 15K, and then I bought back over. Then I continued to hold. So, but you
Hmm.
see, this was just okay. When was this day?
A week
Um,
ago,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. This why is it not showing the date on my chart? This is weird. Oh, okay, yeah, it's June 10th.
Yeah, within 10
It's
days.
June. It's June 10th, and you guys can look back the live stream. And I was telling you, and I was telling everyone, oh, I probably for the SK Hynix, I will do a quick flip trade, right? And then after I see how strong it is, then I bought it back around almost the same price I sold it, which is like 1500, and then I continued to hold. But yesterday I also took some profit. I sold some at 2000. Oh, not 2000,
18?
1800, 1800.
Yes, same here.
2000, 2000 is my next level that I want to sell a little bit. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
also some discussion about the may happen like distraction from American stock market because some AI in companies in China also attract many attention recently,
Mhm.
like Zai and Minimax.
Yeah.
Also, these two stocks are going to be listed on Hyperliquid.
Oh, Minimax.
Yeah,
I
Minimax
may
maybe already. Let me
I may
check.
make a bet on it
Yeah,
for
yeah,
Minimax.
Minimax already.
Because
And
I
the
think
next one would be Zai.
the interesting thing is I run into someone who works at Minimax, like who was
Hmm.
doing the sales and partnership for Minimax. And he literally told me, but there was like this happened like maybe 2 months ago. He was telling me like how they are actually like one of the biggest like chip or official partners for Nvidia. But like not many
Oh,
people know it. It's either Nvidia or like another, but they have the official partnership. It's just like they're not very public about it. So if they do a listing, right, on Hyperliquid, then I will find an opportunity to get some shares in.
Yeah, I will also see it as a signal because like Navius, let me see the yeah, Navius, after Navius got listed on Hyperliquid, it pumped like 80% in like 2 weeks.
Oh, for
Very
real?
crazy. Yeah, so
Mm.
it's worth paying attention to all the stocks listed on Hyperliquid.
Now Hyperliquid is the new alpha venue. I mean,
Yeah, for
you
sure.
guys also see that, and the reason why, again, I think like last live stream I did 10 minutes of showing Hyperliquid,
Hmm.
which is really because we are really bullish on Hyperliquid. On the other side, you guys should also understand the listing power of central exchange have slowly shifted from central exchange to this decentralized venue, which is Hyperliquid, and I think it will continue to be that. And I have a very strong reason to believe that like Hyperliquid is also having a very good strategic position of gaining all the, let's not call it inside knowledge, but let's say alpha information to filter out like good quality projects and list it there. Because
Hmm.
think about their strategic position of like working together closely with like Coinbase, with Circle, right? We already discussed this extensively, and I wouldn't repeat it here. But I agree with you. We should pay more attention to hyperliquid listings. Where do I track
Yeah,
that?
sure.
Mm.
Because now we are in a attention-centric world. So
Mm-mm.
attention decides everything. So
Yeah.
that's why I always think we need to pay attention to movement of Hyperliquid team and all the first market.
Do they announce it, or where do they announce it? For the listing decisions.
Oh, maybe from official channel because there are many people talking about this. And another reason is that the cost of Zai compared to other model like Opus from cloud, it's way cheaper. It's like 10, 10 or 5 to 10x cheaper
Mm-mm.
of the execution cost. Yeah.
True. Yeah, I saw. Wow.
And
This
Zai,
is
the market cap of Zai is very small right now. Let me check.
mm.
Only
Okay, let's just get back to the hyperliquid chart. The days of hyperliquid staying under 68.5 is gonna be very short, guys. And disclosure, I actually added more hype backs yesterday, and I think last weekend.
mhm.
Yeah, yeah. I just continue add my hype backs. I think it's gonna be good. But
Mm.
this is not financial advice. Again, I'm just saying I did that. Like, you feel free to do whatever you want.
Yes.
While we
Mm.
speak it, look, it's pumping.
Oh,
Okay,
it's not a big deal.
yeah. Anyways, okay. Alvin, do you want to share your screen,
What kind of
or
thing?
or are you? I saw you're trying to find some news and share with everyone.
Let me see. Mm.
Wow.
Oh, and talk about Robinhood, or already mentioned this previously.
Oh, we didn't.
Oh,
Wow. Hood,
yeah.
yes, Hood had an interesting rally.
Hmm.
Wow, look, it was just like, okay, let's just look at days.
Nearly 2x since the bottom.
Yeah.
I remember.
Um, I
Yeah.
think the lowest,
Oh,
like, I saw
70.
it was like consolidating a little bit around the 70 to 80 range, and then now it's like finally back to 100 or something. Me personally, I am Robinhood user. I do like the product. I have been Robinhood user since probably like 7, 8, or even more than that, like 8 or
Mm.
8 or 9 years ago, 8 years ago, probably. So I I do like the product, and I do think it caters to retail users. I hate the pre-IPO allocation. But with that being said, I think like Vlad is very quick on capture at least the market sentiment, and then they create the Robinhood Gold Card. They also are continuously integrating the prediction market, capturing the World Cup stuff.
Mm.
I do like the leadership, I would say. Like whatever they push out the new features, it gains decent adoption. Like if I compare Coinbase versus Robinhood, I think Robinhood does win on the product side and on the like user traction side. Coinbase on the other side, to be honest, like I know they have a lot of advantage in terms of regulation or whatever, but they are not doing a good job in terms of product traction. Like for me, the only usage for my Coinbase is off ramping.
Mm.
Like I don't use it to trade. I don't use
Same
anything.
as same as many exchanges in Taiwan.
so so I think like just like from personal experience, Robinhood product, I think like will slowly get more and more adoption, and I think like Robinhood is more and more functioning not only as an exchange, right, but also as a neobank. Like they attracted what's the term like
Yeah, the
reserve
reason
as
why of
yeah.
this fund is they successfully launched their own prediction market called Rothera. Yeah,
What
rather
is it
than
called? Robinhood
Roth. Yeah,
prediction market.
I I can share the news.
Mm-mm. Yeah, yeah, share your screen.
Um, yeah,
It's just Robinhood Pro, no?
I don't know, but this function um helped them to earn a lot in quarter 1.
Rosera is a CFTC regulated prediction market and derivatives exchange jointly backed by Robinhood and Susquehanna International Group, SIG, and launched to scale. SIG is a really, really big and traditional like hedge fund trading firm.
Yes.
Shift
So
from partners.
yes, they did like this work with Helshi previously, and now they publish their own platform. So there's a lot expectation for the earnings from this. Yeah, especially
Mm-mm.
like World Cup is happening.
Mm. I
You see
am
the
checking
they
my Robinhood page.
hmm,
I don't
they
see the.
they earned like nearly $150 million in quarter 1.
That's
Hmm,
crazy. I mean, I don't see the exact place where you trade the prediction market, but I'm pretty sure you can do it.
hmm.
Sports, okay. So you can search, and then there's sports, and then there's page where you can actually like bet. You can do okay. Let me just. Uh, you can do like right now it's like World Cup, like basketball betting stuffs.
Hmm. Correct.
Uh, and then let me see if I can see the depths. Okay, World Cup. Right now it's a group stage, and then the next batch will be United States and Australia June 19th 3 p.m. And then you basically say trade your predictions as little as $1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I continue, and then I need to review my profile, right? My name, my employment information, my yearly income, finance, da da da, my SSN. Okay. Okay, I'm just
So
going through this. Okay. Finance. Okay, I will just choose. This
I
is
just found a
crazy.
even a account called um Good House on Twitter. Very many, like, updates and news from Robinhood.
And then it will also ask you like, okay, how many experience do you have in terms of like trading contracts? Like, is it a less than a year or a year? And then it will also basically ask you to agree, oh, this is like all the risk, like
Mm.
understanding. And now it says you are approved.
Yeah, we can see their growth, like daily volume grows dramatically in the past 2 weeks. Things and yeah, they launched in such a great time.
Oh, and then interesting. So you can go through a quick tutorial, and then it's 4 minutes, and basically it will you they say, oh, they will give you $1, and then they teach you how to use prediction market basically. Interesting. Okay, so now I claim $1 and I can bet. And there's this like Bitcoin up and down bet
Oh,
immediately. It and then there's a yeah, it's almost I almost feel like I have Poly Market, but on my like within my Robinhood. And then let me see if it's easy. It actually tells you a lot of information. So here, like let's say you can check out the player information, like the group information, or already shows you all the historical and the upcoming, and and then yeah, I personally, if I need to be very real, I think they did a good job on putting this inside the Robinhood market. And if I am a retail user and I never, let's say I'm not a crypto user, right? I don't know about Kalshi or I don't know about Polymarket. Probably I will start with using Robinhood and I will be pretty content about it. Because like unless there's other like it only if I realize, oh, if I'm getting a better deal on say Polymarket or Kalshi, like I wouldn't have to drive because I already have Robinhood. Like I'm already trading my stocks on there, right? Why would I switch to another platform? So I think this is a very good user acquisition for Robinhood. And I mean, let's just continue to monitor the Robinhood, like I guess like prediction market volume.
Yeah, and easy to check the market share of all the sector. Then maybe do some prediction for the stock price or revenue, something.
Yeah. Well. Is okay. Going back to, I mean, I guess like going back to why we are talking about Hood. I haven't checked like what's the current like valuation for Robinhood with the current.
Wow.
What
I
is the
just I just checked the data with the Grok, and he said they are estimated $5 million daily revenue for Robinhood.
for prediction market daily?
Yes, daily.
Oh, that's crazy. How much are they charging for the prediction market?
Take the rate.
So the current valuation, right, of Robinhood is around 100 billion. And then the current FDV for Hyperliquid is 65, 67.
Maybe you can just simply compare with like the valuation of Polymarket and Kalshi, because both their valuation is very crazy. Up to that 20 billion, right? Up to 20
What is the
billion or
last
15.
round of valuation of Kalshi? Oh no, last reported valuation was 22 billion. Kalshi.
Yeah.
Reserve. They raised like 1 billion out of the valuation of like 22. So it sounds about right. What is the last round of Polymarket? Poly market, 15 billion last round.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Robinhood is trading right now at like almost 100, not yet, like 97.4 billion. So it's like 4 times of 4 times or 5 times of Kalshi or open or poly market, which sounds
Oh,
about right because they have like stocks. They also, I think
yes,
they
other
will have
businesses.
they have the futures, they have the options, everything.
Yes, if they
Yeah.
can get like at least 10 or 20% of the market share, it will be the good news. Okay.
From poly market or Kalshi, I think they will.
Yeah, from the whole sector, prediction markets.
Compare the daily trading volume of contracts, prediction market, event contracts between Robinhood and poly market. So Robinhood's event contracts sees an estimated daily trading volume of 120 million to 160 million, processing up to 126 million individual contracts daily. In contracts, Polymarket's daily volume average roughly 30 million to 50 million.
Hmm. Wow. Good.
So actually Robinhood's process more event contracts. Which I mean, I'm not surprised to be honest.
Yes.
Wow. But it's both via Robinhood is both via Kalshi and or Thera, and they are charging flat retail fees. Like it's a flat one, for each contract, which, oh my god,
Hmm.
this is such a lot. And then those markets are very US centric, legally regulated, and heavily feature binary outcomes across sports, weather, and microeconomics.
Mm-hmm.
I think, to be honest, like the distribution edge, like Robinhood has like just a lot of distribution edge over retail users. Yeah, right now Robinhood has 27.7 million funded customers with 377 billion in total platform assets.
Holy. Not a
Mm,
lot.
right. Well, oh, what should we say? Um, I do have some Robinhood positions in my brokerage account.
Oh,
I don't know if I want to keep it, or I guess I will keep it since like I'm not moving it. Like I'm not changing the positions very frequently.
mm. I can feel there's too many like Robinhood supporters in the market. So I think it's all good.
Right now.
Yes,
Hmm.
compared to other crypto related stocks.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think it's worth checking the market share compare with um Kelshi. Because Kelshi is like also um US regulated um, market.
Mm-mm. But I think they're working closely with Kelshi.
Yes.
Okay. What else should we talk about, Alvin? I feel like we already went through MU. We also talk about the SK hynix. I think one more thing we didn't cover about SK hynix is like the potential ADR, which is the listing in the US stock market in upcoming late July or the beginning of August, and then we will receive some kind of confirmation in a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
and the general consensus is treating that as a bullish catalyst for SK hynix.
I think maybe some DeFi projects worth checking. Like recently, some of my friends talking about 3J. You know this project?
Yeah, I talked to them before a little bit.
Well, investors from Paradigm, Athena founder, Wintermill, Robot,
Yeah.
Coinbase.
So, I mean, if we don't talk about their backing, just talk about their mechanism, then when I talked to them, 3J was still doing a lot of their main business was trying to do, I guess, like use Web2 data, which is the credit data that you can collect from the credit bureau, right? Consolidate that together with the data that you can find on chain for each of the users, and then give user credit on chain. So you can even connect, say, your Robinhood account or your traditional finance brokerage account, and then get some credit using that to make the capital more efficient. So the broader vision is that the Web2 finance world and the Web3 finance world will be connected using a credit layer, and they are trying to build that credit layer. And now, if you look at their most recent news, is like I think they start to take some deposits right from the users, and then they just deployed 30 million across like 2 US fintech facilities, and then the net APY was around like 12%. And then they were basically using their credit layer to facilitate those loans. It's almost like private credit using their credit layer.
Yes, yes.
Okay, I will be objective, right? I think 12% APY is good, but I don't know like how they're gonna tackle they're gonna tackle the default rate, and is this 12% already taking into consideration the default rate? I do have because the Sprout business is still like we will always be looking for the best yield across the market. So I do have like some partners, they will be providing say 10% or 11%, but with say 90% of insurance. But it's not like US market, it's more like say MENA region or some other regions, but they do have like traditional finance or traditional insurance companies that will insure the principals. And I hope like I can also find some of the similar terms like for this like 3J loan thing. Let's see. Actually, let's take a look. Credit creation, crypto native, 12 USD3 APY. Oh, so you need to stake it to get to the 12.67%. I see.
I think people prefer choosing the solid product rather than the high percentage earning products in the crypto space.
Okay, I find their risk disclosure. Let's take a look together. So you will be still surface to smart contract risk. Yes, credit default risk. A merchant fails to repay due to unwillingness and asset shortfall from price or idiosyncratic mitigation. 3CA underwriting, dynamic default risk, premium pricing, monthly model refresh, and SUSD3 junior tranche and insurance fund external collections via credit slashers. So they will slash it. And then how large, I mean, we also need to check their insurance fund, junior tranche. I guess let's take a look at their junior senior tranche thing. Location not supposed. Okay, fine. Yeah, sounds good. I am in the US, but it's not supported. So which one is the junior? The SUSD3 is the junior tranche, I assume, and then USD3 is the senior tranche. Okay, let's continue read. Structure and collateral. Yeah, USD3 is the senior tranche, so it's more like it's more protected behind original first loss equity, But then the SUSD3 is the junior tranche. So
yes.
yeah. So whenever there's something happen, then like SUSD3 take the hit first. But to be honest, if I'm really honest, like okay, I like the design for junior and senior tranche. 12.67%. Is it the best deal we can get? I don't think so. I mean, this is just my personal opinion, right? But I think if people, okay, I'm just talking purely from an APY perspective. But if people are thinking about their air job, their potential air job, sure. Then I think like if you are very bullish, yeah, if you are very bullish on the team, you should farm there. You can potentially farm their air job. But I'm just saying, like from a purely risk and return perspectively, not thinking about the air job, then I think potentially we can find better choices.
Exactly. Yeah.
Did you put money in?
Yeah, I will.
You will.
Put some of my portion.
Yeah, a little bit. I think
Position.
I think if you are bullish on the project, probably worth farming. But I don't know if they are going to have a token. I think if they already say how they're gonna incentivize the liquidity provider or say USD3 users, then probably worth farming it. Like just need to check the airdrop details.
Yeah, I just think that such a long time I haven't put much of my money into DeFi protocol, so it's time to try something new.
Yeah, totally. I heard them very early days because and mainly it's because like one of my friend he does a lot of like angel investing. So at that time I asked, oh, did you invest in any like interesting projects recently? And then Street Jane was the one like he recommended. So that's why I look into their model like at a pretty early stage.
Yeah, it was very hard, like 1.5 years ago or 2 years. I can remember.
And obviously there's more right now, there's more drama about US and Iran, like whether they sign in or not. Their like Switzerland meeting is postponed based on the most recent update. Wow. Okay. I guess like it's about my paycheck, but I don't think the capital market cares about it that much. It's just like create this short-term volatility. It just still doesn't change my view about okay how the storage, the chip industry, semiconductor, or you should say like how US gonna continue to use those companies to increase their credibility, the credibility of US dollar and the demand for US dollar in the near term. This is like one of the main
actually, yeah, it's an interesting angle I haven't thought before to Yeah, to make the USD dollar stronger than ever.
I mean, it
I
is.
think I think
Have
I
you
think it's a
seen the
must
US
for the
dollar?
government.
It
Yeah.
is. It is. I mean, it is stronger than it has been stronger. If you check the pricing for the last, say, several months or several days, it's the case.
Mm.
Let's take a look at the index.
Wow, I also saw many war news like happening in Ukraine, Moscow, Israel. Wow.
What is it?
Russian soldier tries and completely fails to down a Ukraine one-way attack drone using a manned portable air defense system this morning over Russia's capital of Moscow.
Mm-mm. Oh yeah, because
Wow.
Trump did just say did tweet something or did send a message on the other day on True
Mm.
Social, said like he gonna start to address the Russia problem. But before that, like let's take a look at the DXY index, right? Look, it's literally strengthening.
Wow. It is.
I mean, it's fairly stable, but yeah, it just like climbs back, or it just has been to the almost the highest point for the since last
I
year.
think that's also one of the reasons like commodities down a lot, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. Mhm. I would argue like even though like people think Trump is very crazy or he is just like very volatile in terms of his international policy or whatever he is reacting right to this world, right? But from an economic perspective, from an economic war or strategic perspective, I think it's doing very well in terms of absorbing all the extra liquidity of like US dollar from all around the world and like strengthening the US dollar. It is doing the job. Or should we say Besant is doing a good job?
Yeah. Like world situation always changing every month,
Mm-hmm.
especially this year.
Right. Um, so I do encourage everyone to have a more diversified understanding or view of how like because I think initially, like when I was still trading the commodity, right, and I also share my opinions about whether oil price gonna go up or not. And you remember, right, Alvin? I was like, how can the oil price be just staying flat or not increasing when we know there will be a physical shortage? But several months later, right, this is exactly almost like 3 months or 3.5 months later since the beginning of the war, we see how the oil price have changed. And now I just realized, okay, it's not just about the physical delivery. There can always exist a discrepancy, the disparity between the physical shortage and then the paper value. And then it's really above our pay grade to say, oh, where this will be going. So we are not, let's just pick an easier game to play.
Yes. We don't need to always like to struggle in such a difficult market we cannot control.
Yeah, let's just like choose a easy game mode. Why do
Yeah.
like what do we try to approve? I don't want to approve anything. I just want to make sure
Yes.
my wallet is good. My wallet
Yeah.
is
Keep
like
our keep
looking
our
good.
wallet safe
Yeah,
than
keep our
everything.
wallets like continue to monitor the portfolio up. Like, yes, I want to learn more things, right? But I don't want to learn under the circumstance or because my portfolio is not doing well that I'm learning. Is I wanted my portfolio doing well. In the same time, I'm learning using like the right approach, right? That helped me to gain more realistic understanding about the world. But okay, I think another thing, Alvin, I want to share right literally during this live stream is I like even in my name, I'm called Cryptomania, but then inevitably, I think like AI is like taking such a center stage of the world. And then last several days, on actually Wednesday, I went to an AI conference in New York City called VibeCon, and it blew my mind. I have so many things I want to share. Right, literally, there was a talk where the entrepreneur, he is using MRI data to convert the MRI data to text and to image. So you literally can use your imagination to generate text or to generate image, whatever you want. And then there's also a lot of those like real life installations where I was literally there and then I was talking to an AI, and then 3 minutes later the AI generate or created a perfume, right? And then it's almost like a therapy session. Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, I will show you, right? And there's a video. This is a perfume the AI created for me, and then I will share, right? So the beginning of the AI conversation was like, Maina, can you tell me or can you share with me, or if can you choose one of memory that you want to go back to? And then I start to chat for 3 minutes, and essentially, I'll put this on the screen. So it says, from the way you protect quiet mind space and act from your own core values, I hear calm clarity, hopeful contentment, and a lively sense of joy steering your own life. As a scent translation, I will blend this crafted aroma with its soft jasmine tea and calming floral notes for that introspective steadiness, with the special scent for the gentle uplift of hope and contentment, and a touch of this tailored scent with bright bergamot and warm woods for the vitality you feel when you choose your path with conviction. It's like it was mind blowing. I know probably the algorithm behind this is just like an AI therapist thing, plus like some direct mapping of the scent, right? To because there's only maybe like a limit of 12 cent or there, and then they will combine it. But still, the whole experience feels very soothing and relaxing. So, and then there's other things like literally, I was there playing video games. I was creating music on the spot. I was like interacting with the AI. And then I think about all the crypto conference. When I went to crypto conference, yes, I will do a lot of merch. I will talk to people I already know. But for AI conferences, I'm just like, oh, I really want to listen to this talk. This is really new idea, And I feel, so my decision is I definitely want to go to more AI conferences. First of all, second is like I think we should open our mind or open our eyes, right? Let's not just limit our understanding of the market, right? If AI is taking such a center place or a piece of the stage, let's do that. Let's get more understanding. I want to get more alpha information. I talk to all the founders there. I get their contact information. I will make sure like we get the first hand alpha information, right?
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, I always feel lucky when I touch like by coding things these past years. I think there's some opportunities from crypto space because from people outside the crypto world, they may not have the stance to keep up with the trend. Yeah, so I think crypto guys do have some strengths compared to other industries, and no matter like AI trend or robotics trend, both are interesting. Yeah, also
Yeah.
very looking forward to it.
Yeah, I will share more information, but it's just like a very interesting finding from my side. And then I feel like that the world is really shifting at a pace where I have not imagined. And then there was also another, like I guess, a KOL or a media outlet, and he was like, "Do you want to participate in a short interview?" I was like, "Sure." And then he asked me, "What do you want to say to all the people who hate AI?" And I said this. I said, "Congratulations, you just unlocked the ultimate secret of the
Yeah,
universe.
here's
Stay connected."
here's a signal like some big Chinese media brands
Mm,
always like simultaneously develop their own AI branch.
mm,
These ones like Uso and TakeFlow and also Blockbeat. Yes.
Yeah,
I
I
think yeah, no
mm,
matter outside of crypto, but also you can touch more contents like um more different economies, AI or something. It's always good.
mm, yeah. I mean, again, I think I maintain my view of like we gonna see a very barbell world or very like extreme world where on one side there will be people who will be like just hanging out with AI every day, gonna go so deep and like yourself, right? Using AI to build so many things. I mean, I'm also using AI to build so many things, but I'm like I guess I'm dependent on my CTO, my technical co-founder to do that. I just like continue to tell him, oh, this is what I'm building. On the other side, there will also be people who just gonna continue to focus on like human being relationships and then building the trust, touch grass, like spend time with loved ones. I don't think there's wrong or right in this choice, but the segmentation is very very clear to me, and
Yes.
I'm glad that like I'm seeing this and I'm kind of like tapping into both worlds. Yeah,
Totally can get it. Yeah.
yeah. And I do recommend everybody to like again touch some grass like this weekend, and then continue to listen to our live stream. I think so far this year we did very well, Alvin. If we look back at our track record for like the stock
Mm.
we talk about, the share. If you have been following the live stream and if you have been like paying attention to what we said, I do think you are able to capture some of the alphas and earn some money, hopefully.
Yes. Maybe you can do the wrap up of the first half of the year of our streaming. I think
Yeah,
that would be
yeah,
interesting to
yeah.
look
Let's do
back.
that. I think we can either do that next week or let's say at the end of. I mean, it's already the end of June, so we should totally do that.
Yes, nearly.
Yeah, and then
Time
yearly
is
we can
so
do it at the
fast.
year
Time
end.
flies.
I know, Alvin, but I have a very good feeling about not only 2026, also like
Mm.
2027. I think as we continue to do more, and as you and me, we tap more into the information flow of different industries. I
Yeah.
I think we are getting closer to our initial goal, which is be the guardians for
Mm.
our audience, and
Yeah, I
then
think the
just to
most
share.
top
Mm.
time of this year already surpassed. Already like passed. So now we are in a up only mode in the future. Maybe. Maybe.
Okay, I think there's no up only for any stocks or assets, but I think like
For
our capability,
ourselves.
yeah, for
Yeah.
ourselves, our capability to filter out like useful information for our audience, I think is, I can see like how much improvement we are getting over the last couple months, over the almost like last year, right? So that part I'm very bullish.
Yes.
Cool. Okay, Alvin, let's do our closing notes. Anything you want to share? Are you going to play pickleball this weekend?
Volleyball and pickleball.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This weekend, I think I'm gonna touch some grass. Because I am in a different state. I'm not in New York right now. Not going to
Oh.
discuss where I am, but I will be doing some hikings, clear my mind, do some
Mm.
clarity, and think more a little bit more on the product features.
Oh, nice. Whether it's in Taiwan or like Asia, not quite good in the past few weeks. So maybe finally we can get some good weather next week. Yeah, hopefully.
Yes, yes, I'm hopeful. Uh I mean I will text you afterwards whether I'm gonna do the Monday or Tuesday live stream. But I hope everybody
Sure.
have a great weekend, and make sure you like our tweets, retweet, whatever, and that we will see you next week. Up only.
You guys,
Bye.
bye bye.